Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Ika Haryaningsih and I am a postgraduate student of University Sultan Zainal Abidin. And in this occasion, I'm going to present my study about the students' perception toward online group work experiences in language classroom seen from male and female student lenses. So cooperative learning has been used as a teaching technique in the classroom for a period of time. In addition, it is a popular pedagogical technique that requires students to work in a group. And researchers vary in its exact definition. However, they fall under the same definition, which is group work in the classroom is a form of three or more individual work together with an exchange and share the information from one to another to accomplish goals or objectives. And in order to implement group work successfully, both students and teacher need to understand the five fundamental elements of group work. First is positive interdependence. Second is individual accountability, face-to-face classroom interaction, social skills, and the last is group processing. And the implementation of group works in the classroom has positive and negative outcomes. These positive outcomes include the advantages, including increasing of students' motivation, lowering the anxiety, improve language skill, as well as their social skills. And the challenges that students mostly experience when they are working in a group is the free rider issues, social loafer, and also sometimes dominating members of the group. In addition, virtual learning in a global COVID-19 pandemic is new experience for students and teachers. And the increase in popularity of group work in higher education and the pivotal changes over the last year as traditional face-to-face courses become more digitalized. It's create new learning environment or a new phenomena called online group work. So the challenges and problem mentioned above are common in both settings. However, additional issues in online learning need to be considered. According to some scholars, they are discovered several most frequent challenges in online learning. So many studies demonstrated that students perceive online group work to require more work, to be more challenging, and more difficult in communication compared to face-to-face setting, as well as asynchronous communication often found in online learning. As the result, the communication is not entirely effective. And the delayed response also reported as the additional problem in online group work learning. Another literature reported that online group work diminishes students' real sense of community and connection, a feature that is very important in successful of group work. So why does it is important to know the students' perception? There are some points that I need to highlight. So some of scholars, such as Hilliard, he argued that the students at the early experience of group work in higher education influence their perception and attitude of group work in the future. And understanding their perception is important aspect of education as their perception determine their attitude toward the learning process itself. And some scholar also suggest for the future research to stress students' opinion, students' attitude, satisfaction with online learning. And also, Takeda and Hamburg argued that gender differences having specific interest and patterns in a group learning. Based on these issues, it comes to the objective of this study is to investigate the first year undergraduate perception about their online group work experiences in one of the subject called foreign language for specific purpose. And the second is to identify whether there is any statistically significant difference in perception between male and female students. So, according to some literatures, Several studies explore gender differences having specific interaction patterns in group learning. For example, male students act like leader. They are independent. Male students enjoy traditional classroom settings compared to cooperative learning settings. However, male students tend to be more interdependent to each other. Female higher in affiliation, they are cooperatively working together with their member of the groups, prefer supportive learning environment, and therefore they are showed more greater satisfaction when they are working in group compared to a traditional classroom setting or competitive learning settings. So, the methodology, the research design used for this study is a descriptive quantitative. The population is the first year undergraduate students, and the sample is the undergraduate students who enroll in FLSP courses. And the research instrument used is online cooperative learning attitude scale, which adopted from previous studies. And the research procedure used is descriptive analysis and also independent sample t-test. So, in order to answer the research question, the data were analyzed using descriptively using mean and standard deviation. And in order to interpret the mean score, the study used Abragan 2021 guides the interpretation of mean score as shown on the table on the screen. So here are the descriptive statistics of students' response to the questions as shown in the table on the screens. There are two responses given by the students. One is the natural perception or the neither, and the other one is rather positive perceptions. Out of 17 questions, 10 item was rated as natural perception and 7 item of the questionnaire rated as positive perceptions. So next is here are the group statistics. As we can see on the table, that there are gender, male and female, and the number of participants include 25 participant from male group and 25 participant from female group. And based on, as we can see clearly on the mean score, the score for female group surpassed the male group, which is 59.40 for female and 56.64 for male. Next is the male and female students responses based on mean score seen from each questions items. Based on this, a female student exceed the male student's mean score in most of the question being asked. But the question is whether or not the differences are significant. And in order to know whether the differences are significant, we need to test the hypothesis. So here are the 11 tests for equality of variance. To take the conclusion or to conclude whether there were any significant difference, we have to see the significant two-tailed value. We have two significant here, but in order to take the conclusion, we need to pay attention to the significant two-tail. If the value of significant two-tail is greater than 0.05, means that the null hypothesis is accepted. As we can see here, the value of significant two-tail is 0.471, means it's greater than 0.05. Then the null hypothesis is accepted, means that there was no statistically significant difference between male and female groups, even though their mean score was different. So Okay, numbers of prior studies were supported and opposed to these findings. Here are some researchers or reports, article that in line with these findings. They argued that there was no statistically significant difference between male and female student perceptions. Both male and female students responded almost favorably to the use of group work in their English classroom. And then here are the scholars that contradict with these findings. They argued that there is any statistically significant difference between the students' perception between male and female students. So, in relation to these issues, this study found that the majority of students shows neutral perception, which is very different compared to prior studies, which is based on their findings in the previous studies. The students only shows a positive perception or a negative perception. And in regard to the perception across gender, this study shows that no statistically significant difference between male and female. And this finding in the present study are different than prior studies being conducted. That the prior studies conducted in different platform, which is the majority of research was conducted in face-to-face classroom. Meanwhile, this present study conducted in a fully online platform. Even though the students in this study is familiar with online learning or online group work, however, they have not experienced the extensively online learning and conducted in a fully online learning. And other current report and article attest to this phenomenon. For example, June here try to explain that the students have the difficulty in transitioning from adolescence to early adulthood and transition from high school to college. As a result, they were feeling uncertain and overwhelmed at this stage, which is cannot be avoided. And in relation to the students' perception across gender, why does this study found that male have also favorable perception or they have the same perception with female? It's because the previous experiences of using information technology, utilizing of internet, male students use internet mostly in their daily life compared to female based on Karen and other scholars. Comber also added that male adolescents display greater computer skill than female adolescents, and also confirmed that male students have more positive perception of e-learning than female students. And the implication of this study can be seen in practical and theoretical. Since the group learning has widely been used in almost all fields of education, understanding student perception will help the teacher to have other insight into how far the students benefit from using this technique. This information is crucial as it will help the teacher implement group learning based on the student's need. And it will provide also more exploration of how the students perceive the value of online group work as opposed to their previous experience, which were mostly conducted in conventional face-to-face classroom settings. So that's all. Thank you so much for your attention. Maybe further questions, and I would like to answer. Thank you so much.